Hi guys, oh my god, oh my god. Ben Shapiro just won a lawsuit for Candace Owens. Yes, even before the case goes to court. I kid you not, you are about to see that for yourselves, okay? And people, did you know while Charlie Kirk was in the car after being shot with a huge hole in his neck, none of the many people that was on the car called 911. Allegedly, I am about to show you what everybody was allegedly doing while in the car. You won't believe your ears, people. And it's all connected with Candace's lawsuit. Oh, child, oh, child, oh, child, oh, child. Now, people, why don't we get right into it?
One, two, three, yeah. Whoa, yeah.
Now, people, which one should I start with first? The Candace lawsuit or Charlie in the SUV with the guys? Which one should I start with? Which one? All right, let's start with Candace lawsuit, okay? As you all know, people, Charlie's ex-head security, Brian Harpole, is suing Candace Owens, okay, for defamation. After you watch this video, you let me know how you believe he is going to win his case against Candace Owens. Okay, but first, why don't I let Candace tell you exactly why Brian Harpole is suing her? Let's watch this.
But I will just say that's another coincidence. I'm very tired of this guy altogether, mostly because he speaks like he's consumed helium. Anyway, let's get into Brian Harpole's stated grievances, okay? First up, he wants to sue me. He's suing me for maligning him when I suggested, when I stated that not having an ambulance on standby is inappropriate. It's wrong. I'm not kidding. This is what was written. It reads, in your podcast episode titled, Why is Everyone Crashing Out Over the Charlie Kirk Investigation? You maligned Kirk's security team, including Mr. Harpole, by stating, quote, in real life, when you spend millions of dollars on security, on your security detail, they don't have you sitting like a duck and forget to have an ambulance behind you. This statement not only incorrectly calls into question the competence of Mr. Harpole and his team, but it defames Mr. Harpole by falsely accusing him and his team of criminal negligence by failing to render aid to Kirk after he was shot. Okay, so I would argue that it is almost a matter of fact that a security team that is paid many millions of dollars annually should have had an ambulance on standby at an event, especially when it was a part of their normal repertoire to do so. Is everybody forgetting? I used to work for Turning Point USA. I'm fairly certain that almost probably at each and every one of my many events that I've done with Turning Point USA, during a time period when Brian Harpole was always a member of the security team, we had an ambulance on standby. So that actually felt exceptional to me. It is not my opinion that, it is my opinion that not having one on standby, especially when the person that you are providing executive protection to texts you guys the night before and says, I think I'm going to be killed. It's my opinion that it demonstrates professional incompetence not to have an ambulance on standby in case anything happens. Sorry, Brian.
Hey guys, can you tell me what is it about what she said that was defamation? When everything she said, in my opinion, is so reasonable. I don't know why she's being sued. Listen, people, I don't think what Candace Owens has asked is defamation worthy. I don't think so. Given that, I don't know, it used to be TPUSA standard to have an ambulance, as she said, on standby, just in case. So people, I think her stating not having an ambulance on standby is indeed negligence. In my humble opinion, I think it's pretty much reasonable assumption to believe that. Don't you think, people? Don't you think? But people, before I show you more, here is what Ben Shapiro said just the other day. What was going on in the SUV while Charlie was bleeding, well, to death.
in case anything happens. Sorry, Brian.
Second, there's visual timelines that show Charlie's body being carried to a vehicle within minutes of being shot. Apparently, he was still alive at the time. Again, I know that only because my security was talking to his security in the car.
Really? Really, Ben? So these people were talking to your security team instead of talking with, I don't know, people from 911, instead of calling 911 and asking them what to do with Charlie bleeding in the car? Isn't it what was supposed to be done? Am I wrong? You let me know in the comment section. And also, people, Ben Shapiro waited nearly a year to drop this bombshell when we have Ben talking about the events right after Charlie was murdered, and Ben never ever mentioned or alluded to this at all. So let's watch this clip. Like the same day Charlie was, off. He didn't say anything about this. Let's watch this.
Again, I know that only because my security was talking to his security in the car. Apparently, Charlie was rushed to the hospital by security. We know that he was still barely alive, apparently, in the car. I believe he died at the actual hospital. There was some news that had broken, that he was in critical condition.
Anyhow, people, I wonder though why Ben kept this a secret until now. It's bizarre, really bizarre. Yes. Anyhow, not that important. Anyways, what's important, people, is Ben winning the lawsuit against Candace Owens for Candace Owens. Yes, he did. Because, people, by stating his team was on the phone, people, with Charlie's team, while, people, they were transporting him to the hospital instead of being on the phone with 911. Showed, indeed, people, indeed, some kind of negligence. Yeah. Not to mention, people, Brian Harpole, who is now suing Candace Owens for defamation because she stated that there was some kind of negligence, people, was also in the SUV with Charlie. Yes, people. Do you see where I am getting at now? Do you see where I'm getting at now? Yes, he was in the SUV with Charlie. You must be saying, but okay, so, well, why don't you watch this clip from Sam Parker with a timeline of what everyone in the SUV was doing while poor Charlie in the backseat bleeding.
He was in critical condition.
Nobody from TPUSA called 911. Let's just review quickly, shall we? Mikey McCoy called his wife Elizabeth. Then he called Erica. Then he called his father Rob. Then he took a call from his brother Danny. Blake Neff called his mom. Terrell Farnsworth called his team back at Visual Impulse headquarters in Arizona. Frank Turek was in the SUV with Charlie with his phone in his back pocket, allegedly stuck on FaceTime. Rick Cutler was in the SUV with one hand cradling Charlie's head and the other hand holding on to Brian Harpole so that he wouldn't fly out of the door while the car was careening at high speeds. Brian Harpole, of course, had dropped his phone back at the murder scene. Justin, the driver, was driving at 100 miles an hour, cutting traffic, blowing through stoplights. And then, of course, Dan Flood was in the passenger seat, barking out orders and directions to the driver, Justin, to get him to the hospital with his navigation called up on his phone. So nobody was available to call 911. But we...
Hey, people, none of them called 911, allegedly. Huh? People, after you watch this, You tell me, okay? You tell me, in what universe where this makes any sense at all? Huh? I don't know. Do you know any universe where this would make sense? Huh? I don't understand these people. I don't understand this. You would think some would be with 911 to tell them what to do, and others would be focusing on Charlie. And if you needed to call someone, um, there are only two people. I can see anyone in this car calling. First is 911, and the other is perhaps Erica, huh? Calling Ben Shapiro's, of all people, security team while transporting this guy with a huge hole in his neck. People, is very much inappropriate. Period. Dot. Okay. Not only that, people, not only that, they were talking to a bunch of insignificant people, except for the people that might have helped them with Charlie. And Brian Harpole, who is now suing Candace Owens for defamation, lost his phone. He could have told them, hey, people, why don't you call 911? Why are you on your cells with other people instead of calling 911? Shouldn't he have been doing that? And people, he was hired to protect Charlie. Huh? That is what he was hired to do. So I can understand that he lost his phone, but he could have asked one of the people in the car, can you, okay, you don't want to call 911? Fine, give me the phone. I'm going to call them. That is what he should have been doing. Allegedly. And this guy, he has the goal of suing Candace for defamation, for pointing out the obvious. Really? Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. Can you all make it make sense? Because I can't. If that, people, wasn't negligence, I don't know what negligence is. I don't know what negligence is. The whole thing is mind blowing, people, that 911 wasn't called while they were in the car, and this guy is suing Candace Owens for pointing out that they should have had, at the very least, an ambulance on standby. And guys, and then afterwards, Brian Harpole, he said, well, they called 911. Yep, they said they had called 911. Well, let's watch this.
We are going to hear that Brian Harpole said somebody did call 911, but I've obtained all the 911 calls from that day from Utah County, and nobody in that SUV called 911, and nobody from TPUSA called 911.
What is this? Liar, liar, pants on fire? Huh? I don't know, people. You tell me. So, as you can see, no 911 calls were made. None, not one in the car. Thought about, I don't know, dialing 911. Anywho, guys. So, you can see why I said that because Ben Shapiro said what he said, that Charlie's team was on the phone with his security team while Charlie was lying in the back seat in the SUV. So now, people, you tell me, people, okay? How is Brian Harpole is going to make a case against Candace Owens for stating there was negligence, people? You tell me. After you heard all of this, how is he going to make that case? How? Let me make this prediction right here, right now. There isn't any planet where a judge won't be throwing out this lawsuit. That's my prediction, people. That is my prediction. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know much about laws, but I do know this, people. Come on. This is like common sense. Common sense. All the judge, people, has to do is hear Ben Shapiro was admitting Charlie's team was on the phone with my team while he was in the car. And Charlie head security team was also in the car, who is now suing Candace Owens because she said there was negligence. And the judge, people, the judge, he would be hearing about this list, what everybody was doing in the car, talking to the world, except for calling 911. Huh? And also hearing Candace is telling him that used to be the standard to have an ambulance on standby. Tell me, people, tell me, how is this judge going to hear all of this and we say, oh yeah, there is, I mean, serious materials for a lawsuit. Come on, people, come on. I don't believe that. I don't believe any judge will go ahead with this lawsuit. It is going to be thrown out. It is going to be thrown out. You mark my words. Okay. And people, okay. If for whatever reason it goes to trial, Brian Harpole, good luck. Because I believe you will lose. Yes, you will. Sorry. It is what it is. So guys, you let me know in the comment section what you think of all of this, and could this new information help Candace? You let me know. As I believe it will. As I believe it will help Candace's case. And you know where I stand. My prediction is the lawsuit is going to be thrown out. Yes. And people, y'all know the drill. Y'all know the drill. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and comment. Until next time. That's all.